I remember the night I sat on the cold floor of my apartment, staring at the empty walls, numb from the silence. My phone had been off for hours. I couldn't bear to hear another voice telling me how far I'd fallen. I whispered to myself, is this it? Is this who I've become? I had grown up watching life happen to people. My father blamed the economy for everything. My mother blamed fate. When I lost my job, my relationship crumbled, and my health began to fail, I did the same. I blamed the world, circumstances, timing, anything but myself. It felt easier than facing the truth. I had stopped choosing. I had surrendered. Days blurred into weeks. I barely left my bed. Every plan I once made was buried beneath layers of guilt and inertia. The world owed me nothing, but I acted like it did. Until one morning, I caught my reflection in the mirror and didn't recognize the person staring back. Not just physically, but spiritually. I saw a man waiting for someone to rescue him. Something cracked in me that day, not loudly, not dramatically, but like a slow shift in weight. A quiet voice inside me said, "No one's coming. You have to decide who you're going to be." It wasn't angry. It was honest. For the first time, I felt accountable, not to the past, not to anyone else, but to the version of me I was capable of becoming. That moment didn't fix everything overnight. But I made one small decision. I stood up. I cleaned the dishes. I showered. The next day, I applied for one job. The day after that, I went for a walk. Every day, I chose something, anything, that moved me an inch forward. The world didn't change. I did. And then came the breakthrough. One morning, after weeks of consistent, silent effort, I received a call. A job offer. It wasn't glamorous, but it was mine. I had earned it, not because my circumstances improved, but because I did. My muscles were still sore from the climb, but for the first time I felt the sun. Now when I reflect on that chapter of my life, I don't feel ashamed. I feel proud. Because the power was never in the world around me, it was in the choices I refused to make until I finally did. I wasn't stuck. I was scared. But fear is just a door, and I had finally opened it. We are not what happens to us. We are what we choose in response to it. Every decision, no matter how small, is a declaration of who we want to be. And sometimes, the most radical thing we can do is simply decide. So if you're sitting in your own silence, wondering if this is it, ask yourself this: what if the next version of you is one decision away?